Hey, this is Brett with Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. Holiday season is upon us, and folks are going to be looking to get all kinds of cool gifts for the geeky loved ones in their lives. So I'm putting together a whole bunch of videos with items to suggest of things you might want to get. Some of them are going to be pretty obvious, some are going to be kind of off the beaten path. So look for those videos over the next week or two, and first one I think is going to be one of those that's going to be, most people will say probably no duh on it. One of the most anticipated comics came out this past week. That's the Dark Knight 3 Master Race. It's the third volume of Frank Miller's Dark Knight trilogy. This is a comic that started in 1986 with the first volume, The Dark Knight Returns. So a lot of people are going to be talking about this comic, are going to be getting this comic, and there's a possibility that person in your life might not know about the classics. So DC has a couple of options that are really, really solid for those who want to catch up. The first is this. This is the Dark Knight Returns trade paperback. It collects the 4-issue series in one nice, handy volume. I have a copy of this. DC hooked me up with another copy. I have no idea where mine is. It's probably in storage somewhere with the 60 long boxes that I have. Why this is a big deal. So this was Frank Miller taking on Batman. It was huge. It's to this day considered a classic, one of the greatest Batman stories ever told. It teamed Frank Miller with Klaus Janson and Lynn Warley. Klaus did the inks on this. It's a pretty big deal because Klaus returns for this third volume. He was not involved with the second volume. Fantastic. To this day, I think it still holds up. It's an amazing read. Other reasons this is a pretty big deal is next year there's a movie coming out, small little movie, you might have heard of it, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. So far we have seen images from that movie that has Batman wearing like a powered suit where he might be fighting or confronting Superman. Where do you see a suit like that? You see it right here in The Dark Knight Returns. So there's a possibility that next year's Dawn of Justice is going to be taking some of its inspiration from this comic. So if you want to get caught up, you want to find out what's up, this is going to be the way to go. There's another option, though, that I think is way better. So this is a deluxe version. This is Batman, the Dark Knight Saga Deluxe Edition in volumes 1 and 2. It's got The Dark Knight Returns and The Dark Knight Strikes Again. Now, admittedly, The Dark Knight Strikes Again isn't nearly as good as The Dark Knight Returns, but I'm a completist. I'm sure your comic fan in your life is a completist and wants to read everything. So DC put out this pretty massive hardcover. It's pretty weighty. Out there that collects both issues. So it's got Dark Knight Returns 1 through 4, it's got Dark Knight Strikes Again 1 through 3, all in one volume. Now this retails for $40 or $50. This retails for $20. I've got links below this video of some of the lowest prices I found for both of these, way below their standard retail price. So you're not going to be shelling out that sort of dollars. Again, if you've got a Batman fan in your life, this is the way to go. These are classic tales, some of the most celebrated and read Batman comics. When people talk about classic comics, Dark Knight Returns is usually one of those that are mentioned along the lines of Mouse and Watchmen and Frank Miller's Daredevil run. Like, we're talking classic. This is one of those that like shaped the comics that came after it. So this has been 30 years in the making. We finally got the third volume. So you can check this out. We've got links below the video for you to easily purchase those. We do get a little bit from those links, so purchasing it through them, it helps benefit our site, and we appreciate it. Thanks for watching, though. I'm Brett. This is Graphic Policy Television. You can catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, all at Graphic Policy. We keep it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep it geeky and keep on reading those comics.